no secret about the patterns of life and how things go. If you're not experienced, you probably won't understand what I'm talking about. But there are patterns to life. And if you don't catch on to these patterns, you'll never become a master. If you catch on to the patterns of life, you can master yourself and others real quick. You see, not everything that comes your way is a good thing, even though it may seem good in the moment. You never know what's going to happen next. It seems as if some of the things that seemed the best that was coming into my life were the things that shot me down right after it felt like it was something good, it was something from God. It was the complete opposite. And if you don't catch on to these patterns, you're never going to learn. If you stay throughout this video, you might learn. Because the devil wants to take you up high, just to take you back down. Lower than you've ever been. Something that may seem good, innocent, could be the end of your life. Because what it wants to do is take you right up. Have you feeling like life's figured out. Everything's amazing. No worries. Everything's perfect. All of a sudden, the drop. Before you know it, you're on your head. So you just got to figure out how to maneuver in life. You got to figure out the patterns. And once you know the patterns, that is when you can maneuver properly. You have to be careful of people because they're the most dangerous animal on earth. Because we as humans are the smartest out of all. There's another animal that's obviously probably physically more dangerous than a human. But when it comes to humans, we have so much power. When it comes to the mind, a very weak individual could kill me if they wanted to. A very weak individual could kill you if they really wanted to. If they planned it out, it would be easy. Animals kind of just get you in the moment, which means it's not as easy because they can't really plan things out. Because we as humans, we could get a weapon. We could set somebody up very easily if we really wanted to, which makes us the most dangerous. We are the most capably dangerous. And if you don't start seeing life for what it is, you're toast. You'll have people set you up. You'll have some Jezebel spirit disguised as some goddess that is so great and lovely for you to just get you up, to drop you in your head through manipulation. And this is why you have to know how to maneuver in life, right? You have to figure out the patterns. My mindset through life is it's just me. And I allow certain things to come in now and then, test things out, see how things are, but I remain myself. I remain doing the things I do on a daily basis. When things start to feel off, if something ain't right, I will release whatever is going to come into my life to make it worse. And that is how you have to be. Everyone in the world should start living as if it's just them for an extended period of time. And once you do that, you start to master yourself. You start to become very sure of who you are. Your likes, your interests, your hobbies, things of this nature. So no matter what happens with anybody else, they can't possibly faze you, because you are not an all-time of confidence, of where you sit, of where you stand. So it doesn't matter what anybody else does. You see, the mistakes people make is they get told all the wrong things as a kid. You should have this, you should have that, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It puts pressure on you to make decisions that is not in your best interest at all. Instead of people telling you, go out there, become confident, become sure of who you are, go through some life experiences, live life a little bit. Don't take things too seriously. Don't take people too seriously. Just kind of take life for what it is. No one's putting pressure on you to go and get a girlfriend, to get a boyfriend, to get this, to get that, to get married, to have a kid at this age, to get this, to graduate university, college, whatever it may be, to start a business at a certain age. There should be no pressure on anybody. You kind of let life happen, let things flow. And I think that's how everybody should approach life. And sure, you can take a path, you can know what you want to do at a young age. It can happen, but it doesn't happen for a lot of people. Majority, it does not. If you're a young kid and you have great people around you, they can push you to a certain path, and you could really like that certain path. They can invest in you and you can make it to the top. Let's say you're playing a sport or something and you make it to the top, you're a professional athlete now. That's something that could happen for somebody, whereas that works. But for most people, it's not going to be this way. You might have to dig tooth and nail to get to where you want to be, and no one else is going to tell you that. Nobody else is going to help you there. You're not going to be supported on your way. So this is why I'm saying I think everybody should take the approach in life of kind of figuring out who you are first before you do anything. Because too many people's making too many mistakes. And it's normal to make mistakes, but making way too damn many is going to cost you your life. You're going to spend your entire life making mistakes because you can never get it right, because you cannot get you right first. And this is the truth. You have to get you right first before anything else is going to be right. If you don't get you right first, you're always going to make the wrong decision, because you're not making a decision based off of who you actually are, more so based off of what somebody else told you to do, or what somebody else thinks you should do, or something like this. So it's like if you're pressured, let's say, to have this girlfriend or this boyfriend at this specific age, the first little thing that happens, the first little spark that ignites with some girl or some guy that you might be talking to, you're going to jump all over that. Yeah, let's do this. When it's probably not in your best interest to do that. There's 7-8 billion people in this world. You got time. You got time to figure yourself out. When you figure yourself out, that's when things can really go right for you. You're not going to attract some Jezebel as a wife. You're not going to have some prop as a kid. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get brought up right high by some Jezebel and dropped on your head because you were pressured into getting somebody specific at a specific age. Rather, you got tricked by the devil because you got rushed. because you got pressured. This is usually what happens to people, which is why I make this video. The devil can take you up high just to end up leaving you high and dry. So if you're in a position in life where you might not be too low, you might not be too high, but something comes in and it's like it's too good to be true. It just takes you so damn high. You feel amazing, you feel alive. Then all of a sudden, true colors show. This person was not even close to who they said they were. The abusive behaviors start to show. And that's a wrap. Because when they start to change and when they no longer fight to be in your life or to fight to make you happy, that's when they know they got you. That's when the devil knows he got you. So all the fun comes to an end. All that first initial spark just dies out. That person is no longer attractive. That person is no longer anything. You start to feel real bad vibes. And then before you know it, you're on your face. Because they did everything in their power, which the devil will do, to attract you to a certain thing, just to kill you in the end. Great things really take time. If you meet the right person, it's not just gonna, it's just not. You might like each other, things like this, sure, but you're not going to feel pressure. You're not going to feel the need to impress this person overly quick. Things are going to marinate. Things are going to take its time. You're not going to feel any bit of rush. You're just going to feel like you're continuing to live your life. This person's there, you're here. You both kind of feel mutual. You guys keep living your life, but you kind of got each other. Like you're kind of talking to each other, but you're still both living your life. This is how it's supposed to be. You don't just meet somebody and oh my God, you just come together as fast as anything, just in a flicker. It's just not supposed to be that way. And this is how you know you may end up meeting somebody that's going to take you off your feet real quick. They're going to tell you everything you want to hear. Not good. And sure, it's okay if people want to tell you something that is good, but these people, everything they do is to get you trapped as fast as humanly possible. They want you to get hooked and addicted to them as fast as humanly possible. And that's when the games begin. That's when the fun begins. That's when you get dropped in your head. It was all a game. They don't have love within themselves. It was the devil the whole time. They take you up to drop you in your head to possibly kill you, to possibly end your life. With a bunch of mysteries involved, because what happened to this person? They just went crazy. Nah, it wasn't nobody else's fault. And this is a pretty serious situation, obviously. A lot of times, no, you're probably not going to die. But they'll damn well try to get that to happen. Which is why you need experience, which is why you need to be aware, which is why I tell you what to do in life. Instead of feeling pressured to chase people, instead of feeling pressured to pursue something that you're not even sure of. Take as much time as you need to gain confidence within yourself. Try new things, do new things. There comes a point in time where it's not all about the money. It's more so the person you become. Because the person you become is going to naturally attract everything you need to live, as far as finances, as far as probably a relationship partner, which you don't need to survive, but it could be cool if you met the ideal person, obviously. Things like this all come together when you become confident and sure of yourself. If you're not, you're probably going to attract some Jezebel as a wife and end up having some prop as a kid. You don't want that. You and I both know you don't want that. Who wants that? These are things I could have been told when I was a younger kid. But nah. You get pressured into doing certain things. And it's not like these people are trying to kill you. Trying to set you up. They don't know the damn difference either. The truth is, they might have thought it was the right thing to tell you. Which is why I'm trying to say, they're not necessarily trying to set you up. It's just not good information. What most people tell you growing up, it's just not. As far as your folks at home, teachers, your friends, people don't know what the F they're doing. What you come to realize when you really grow as a person is most people don't know what the F they're doing. Like almost nobody. A very, very, very high percentage of people in this world do not know what they're actually doing. And it's okay to not know what you're doing, but that's why you have to grow. That's why you got to take in as much information as possible. Not only that, but have as much life experiences as possible. Not every bad thing is a bad thing in the end, too. That's something else you got to know. Experiences are crucial. Just as crucial, if not more, than information itself. Because I could even sit here and tell you this and tell you that, but you might not know until you really know it. And most of the time it's really like that. Information can definitely help. But there's nothing like real life experiences, brothers and sisters. There's nothing like it. I don't want everybody tripping out if you meet somebody and they make you feel good or something like this. Oh my God, it must be the devil. It doesn't necessarily mean that. You just got to be aware. And you shouldn't be tripping out. Take it as it is. If the good times are being good, let the good times roll. Just kind of roll it. Don't be consumed in it. But just kind of roll with it. That's how I live my life. I just roll with things, bro. Things are going to flow or things are going to die. And when I adapted that mindset, a lot of the things that rolled, I just kept rolling as it ended. I just keep rolling. Things end, I just keep rolling. I don't really care. I'm not sitting here to, oh, this and this and this happened. I just keep the ball rolling, no matter what happens. And that's kind of what you have to do. Just kind of take life as it is. You're going to come across, you're going to meet so many different people in your life. People come, people go. You can go back to old people. You can meet new people. Stay with the people you've been with. Things happen. But everything happens for a reason. I've had friends before that I've had probably 6-7 years ago and didn't really talk, didn't really speak for years, and all of a sudden, boom, you start hanging a little bit. You start hanging out a little bit again, and just things kind of take its way. Because depending on how somebody lives their life, and depending on how you live your life, can make these things come back together. Because you might have related to somebody at one point, let's say when you were in your high school days and you had a certain group of friends, but then you veer off and you're no longer friends after high school because you guys took such different paths. But if you take a similar path with somebody else and you can relate a lot, you have similar interests, you're probably going to hang out, you're probably going to be friends, mates, whatever it is. Life is very unpredictable, and I just say take it as it is. Gain a lot of experience, try things, do things, but just watch out for that devil, bro, because sometimes it really do be like that. Like I said, some of the things that looked the best for me was the things that tried to kill me but could not, because you can't kill me. I'll still stand my ground. I enjoyed the experiences. Thank you, you Jezebel of a so-called wife. Thank you. But here I am warning you guys. Watch out for it. The Jezebel spirit will make you feel some type of way if she gets in you, you know? You get in her, she gets in you, you're all up on that ass, dog. You don't want that. You don't want that because you're going to feel some type of way for an extended period of time. But you will quickly get over it if you are strong mentally. If you are weak mentally, it will take you an eternity to get over it. I don't know if you ever will. But that's why I got to keep on pushing, keep on living, keep rolling with the punches, just keep going, going. Let things just be. Don't even let anything take you up too high, and obviously you're not going to be low either. Just kind of you can get yourself up high. You can get yourself up high. But don't depend on anybody else to do that. Don't allow another human being to dictate your emotions, really. You have to know what you have to do yourself. There's a lot of people that could potentially do that to me if I let them, but I don't let other people dictate my emotions. I keep myself intact. I keep myself in check. You could be the hottest damn thing going as a female. I'm still not going to let you take me up too high. Your ego is probably going to be crushed because of it. Because let's be honest, these banging hot girls, bro, they get a kick. They thrive off being able to take any man they want, to be able to take them up real high, to make them feel like they're just the best thing in the world. But a well-rounded, well-experienced man is never going to let any female do this. That's where I'm at, because I've had hella experiences. And now I just don't let it happen. I think it's weakness. I really do. Because if I allow myself to stoop down to their level, that's weaker than I actually am. That is weaker than I actually am. Some females, in order to date you, need for this to happen because they need to feel secure that they can control you, dictate your emotions, dictate how you are. And you're just not going to do that with me. So if you can't be confident and secure and have trust to a guy like me or to any other guys that are similar to me, there will be no relationship, there will be no connection, there will be no nothing, because we are going to be us. You're definitely not going to dictate us. You think we're going to let some Jezebel, quite possibly, to dictate us? Do you think we're going to follow you? Hell no, we're the logical ones. You're going to have to follow us. But nah, a lot of them can't do that because they're insecure. They can't allow themselves to have trust and to follow a man. They just can't get themselves to do it. So that sucks to be you. Maybe you haven't met the right guy. I don't know. But I know for a fact I'm not going to let some female dictate my life, try to bring me down to her level. I ain't going down to your level. You're going to have to ride along with me, come up to my level, or I don't know. Give me the wheel, and you can follow. If you don't have faith, if you don't trust, there's nothing I can do. Because I don't trust taking your lead. Like, show me right now, what can you do? Exactly. They don't know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing, so you can take my lead. I'll show you the way. I'll show you the path. And this is how it's got to be. I feel when I was younger, where I went wrong was not necessarily letting females dictate my emotions. I'm going to be honest, I never really did that. But I kind of wanted to like please them in a way where I kind of give them what they want all the time, which is also what you do not want to do. I was kind of always me in a way, but you kind of just do what they want, and like I said, you can't do that either. You kind of got to be the head honcho. You got to be the one that's actually doing something. That's why you got to figure yourself out. If you figure yourself out, you have supreme confidence. You're so sure of yourself. You're so sure of your path. There's so many things that's in check. You're gonna have no problem attracting a whole flock of females. And someone, the right one for you, is going to want to contribute to what you got going on, which is what you want, because you got your life. No matter what happens, you're good. So, all I'm saying is don't let somebody else, don't let some female, and same with the females, don't let some male just dictate your emotions if they're not sure of themselves, if they don't know who they are. Because if you know who you are, they can sense that. They can tell. They'll have no problem submitting to you. They'll have no problem doing the right things with you. So, when I was younger, I didn't fully have my shit together. That's why I'm saying it takes time. The worst mistake you'll make in your life is prioritizing like relationships and friendships and things like this, like so early on in your life, when you did not prioritize yourself, you did not find yourself, you did not work on yourself. Because if you don't do that, everything else is going to come to a halt. Because you have really no backbone, you really have no structure, you have no foundation built. That's why you build yourself all the way the F up. Things become easy at that point. So that's what you got to do. As long as you do this, nothing in this video I even explained even exists. Because you're going to be good regardless. But, with that being said, you still do not let the devil take you too high up. You're the one that takes yourself up. Only you. You dictate yourself, you dictate everything in your own life. You want to go up, you take your damn self up. And that's about it.